Hi everyone, I'm Curtis with Star World News, looking at the astrology for Monday, November 13th, 2017. We see that we have here at the 1 a.m. hour, and this is Central Time USA, basically the middle of the United States. At 1 a.m., Venus conjuncts Jupiter, and then later, Moon squares Saturn, and then a little bit later, Mars quintiles Saturn. We can see that here as we look at the charts, as I pull them up. You see you're at about one o'clock hour in the morning in the United States. We have the conjunction of Venus and Jupiter. And pardon me while I'm working out my software issues here. You can see that down here in sidereal Libra. And as we move on in the day, skipping ahead 1 hour at a time, we can see that the moon is now moving up to a square to Saturn. This is at the 10 a.m. hour in the United States. Moving on a little bit more in the 12 o'clock hour. It's not as easy to see it here because it's a quintile, which is 72 degrees, but rest assured that there is a 72-degree exact angular distance between Mars and Saturn here on the plane of the ecliptic. So what does this all mean? Look, it would be nice if we to hit that astrological lottery every once in a while, right? With Venus conjunct Jupiter, that only happens once a year, and these are two benefics, and Venus is in the sign of its rulership. That's pretty good. Um, you know, we wish that those things could happen more often in life. Life is such a constant struggle. Every day is defined by how much we don't have, how little time we have, how much limitation is, how many strictures, how many blocks there are to growth in life. Well, of course, it's the negative framing which is the problem. And it is the flip of the switch of the mind. And we start to see things which were heretofore as problems. We now see them with excited anticipation as opportunities to seize. And it's an amazing universe that we live in. It is an amazing universe that we live in. But the universe is really inside our mind. And you are the God of that universe, creating its laws and animating its little denizens with your life energy. It certainly is an amazing universe, especially as it affords everyone the most amazing possible opportunities to grow, prosper, and to create beauty as we go, and turning the lead of the most miserable of situations to the gold of everlasting wisdom. This is so with the greatest gift. This is so with the greatest gift you could ever have, free will, that you can make life as you will. So as with Venus and Jupiter, the two benefics conjoin in sidereal Libra, pretending great good fortune, harmony, and love. This pair right here. We can also see Mars making quintile to Saturn, as was highlighted. On the same day, tempering, as it were, the otherwise amazingly good astrology of Venus and Jupiter. But the two configurations can work hand in hand. We can use the determination that arises from some denial, from some curtailment of energy, whether it be karmically or simply because we have not yet the skill to safely handle the Venus-Jupiter energy. So Mars and Saturn, as you can see, they actually contain Venus and Jupiter. And this may bring a situation where the good fortune, however you look at it astrologically, geometrically, the Mars-Saturn has to do with the constricting, the controlling, the directing of energy, and they are almost energy forces which are in contradiction to each other. Mars wants to move, Saturn wants to hold you back. So the synthesis of them is is focused, controlled, determined action, which may have to rise above some kind of challenge. So many times Venus and Jupiter opportunities pass us by because we don't have the discipline, the experience, or the determination to make them manifest. And we simply dissipate, fritter, and waste the refined good fortune of these planets. An inspired thought does not get written down. We choose to have fun instead of involving ourselves in the incomparable joy of creativity, whether it be a piece of artwork, music, or crafting a workable business plan that turns our hobbies into our careers. So there is work involved instead of just the the uncontrolled dissipation of the energies that Venus and Jupiter are prone to do at times. If we work with them, we can create beautiful and amazing and wonderful things. So while Venus and Jupiter are in conjunction at the 1 a.m. hour, Central Time, aligning with the aligning of these two most refined and benefic energies for us to experience sublime satisfaction. A little later on in the day, the moon will make an exact square to Saturn, as you can see that here. 3 degrees, 3 degrees in the mutable signs. And Mars makes an exact quintile to Saturn at shortly after that, 12:05 p.m. to be exact. So you might have some amazing experiences even while you're dreaming, because it takes place early in the morning with the Venus-Jupiter. And a little later on, you might think you have hit the ground again with more thud than you wanted. Nothing comes free. Republicans, conservatives, and our cruel distant parents might have told us, but I would disagree, because we have a lot of essential things that are free. We have air, we have sunlight, we have a planetary body to live on, we have our bodies, we have wisdom, energy, determination, intelligence, we have light. All these things are free, and they're just there for the asking. So we can use the conjunction of Venus and Jupiter earlier in the day to tap into that universal abundant life and prepare ourselves for the negative emotions, attitudes, and circumstances that could hit us later in the day through people we meet and various situations we encounter via Mars quintile Saturn. Quintile aspect is much more flowy, and the creativity to it that has much more flowing creativity to it than does a square. So you may find some surprisingly innovative ways to put your will into action on your problems. This is Curtis. I'll be talking to you soon.